Good
Cheryl, I
morning,
think we're
Gina.
live.
Do you think?
I think I'm gonna check right now.
We should be anyway.
Hopefully, it won't be like last week. Yep, I see it.
Exactly. We do not want a replay of last week for sure.
No, we don't. Mm-mm.
I guess, whew, yeah, technology, isn't it fun?
I love technology.
I do too when it works. When it doesn't work, I'm like, no. So, Gina,
Yep. Yes.
today we are talking about VEVOR heat presses. Now, in this stream, we have two different kinds. Gina is going to be doing a project with her VEVOR 8-in-1 15 by 15-inch heat press. Now, what she's going to be using today, I think, is the flat heat press like you would use for a shirt, for a bag, for a
Yes.
coaster, for ornaments, things like that. Now, I'm not going to be doing a project, but what I'm going to be showing you is the VEVOR hat press for just hats. That's this big old machine. I have one like Gina's, but I decided we were going to change it up a little bit. And I am going to show you a little bit about this and tell you about it. So, um, what do you think, Gina? Every crafter ought to be excited.
I'm excited. Woohoo!
Okay.
Cheryl, yes, I am going to be using the VEVOR 8-in-1. I'm using the flatbed today. Um, I'll probably be using the flatbed for next week too, as long as I'm able to go live next week. Um, and then we'll get into the other accessories. But I am going to be using the flatbed and I'm going to be making this ornament. Can you see?
I
It's
was
a
going to make
mic.
I was
Disney
going to make
mic.
coasters, but my decal thing didn't come. So I'm not making those
Oh,
today.
oh,
But
no worries. We always go on the fly, right, Cheryl?
well, here's the thing. When I decided that they weren't going to be here, I'm like, I could just get out the heat press and fake it, or I could make another shirt. We made shirts last week. Um,
Right.
but I thought, no, I'll just pull out the hat press and show you a little bit about that because actually these are a great seller for me, and I don't see them getting returned. So when people buy them, they're enjoying them.
Yeah. I've been selling some of the VEVOR heat presses as well. It is, I have to say, Cheryl, I don't know how you feel about it, but I am absolutely loving this heat press.
This is the
Beautiful.
shirt I made last week with a little cowl on it on this hoodie. So, yes, we did use the 8-in-1 last week. Like I said, Gina can make her own transfer thingies. I,
Yes.
however, cannot. I A don't
Cheryl
have
is
the
artistically challenged.
well, I was going to say first off, I don't have the equipment. Secondly, even if I had the equipment, I couldn't do it because I don't have that artistic. We would have everything would have a stick man on it.
Yeah, well, stick men, you know, are fine if you
Yeah,
like that sort of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, so
So,
Cheryl, do you want to get started?
well, yes, we should
Okay, so I'm gonna make Cheryl's screen bigger and then I'm gonna shrink.
because
All
I'm
right, hold on.
special.
Special. All right,
Yeah,
so Cheryl is gonna be in the main camera and I'm just gonna shut my sound off so that you don't hear me.
and
Unless I have to say something.
oh Lord, she always has something to say. But if you see anything in our stream that you want to check out closer on the actual product page, you can find the carousel down below or to the left hand side, depending on where you're watching from. If you're watching us somewhere else, there'll be links somewhere. But this was given to me by VEVOR. I've had this for probably 3 years or so. I don't even remember how long I've had it now. But this is their hat press. All it does is hats. You can also do some small little tote bags, like little change purses or things like that that will fit on these. Now, this is got four different plates, the plate that's on it, and then some other plates. So if you want to do a build cap, like this that is for an adult, you can do that. Maybe you want to do something for a child. We have one for smaller. If you want to do like gosh darn it, I can't think of what they're called, but Gilligan on Gilligan's Island wore one, um, kind of the crazy hats that I'm sure Gina's husband wears. I don't know what they're called though. But then you can use one of the other ones. So these are all interchangeable. This is very, very, very easy to use. When you order, if you order like I do, I have to order the little patches. I've got all different kinds of patches. I've also got more the plain transfers that I've used. It will usually come with instructions and telling you what to put your heat at and how long to press it. So we've got an on button right over here. And on this little dually whip here, you're going to be able to set your temperature and your time. Now, when the time is up, it is not going to release. It is just going to give you an alarm sound so you know, go ahead and press up. I will tell you this. Um, it sometimes depends on the patch and on the hat. So it may be that you're going to have to press it just a little bit longer. Now, Gina does have in the stream, I know she put hers in, the heat tape. You're going to want to just put a little bit of tape on each side of your patch, a little piece, so that it holds it on there. This gets extremely hot. If I set it at 320, that is hot. So please be careful of kids, of yourself, pets, things like that. You can set the tension because sometimes you're going to need it a little, uh, depending on what you're pressing, you may want the tension a little different. Also, this top piece right here, you can slide it forward and backwards because when you bring this down, you don't want a bunch of the hat sticking out the bottom. Yeah, it's telling me it's not ready. So you're going to want to move this forward and backward as needed. So there's another little thing right here is your hat holder. So you're going to pull this down, slip the back of your hat in, and boom, it's going to hold your hat. And while I'm not going to make a hat today because I've done that a bazillion times, I did want to show this to you while I had it out. And later, if we have time, I am going to talk you through. This comes with the 8-in-1, this hat press that is small, and it does come with the 8-in-1 that Gina's going to use for her project. It is a standalone to an extent. It's not attached to her big machine. So there you go. Just want to give you a little rundown. So if it's something you're interested in, now I have not made millions of hats with this. I've done several, lots. But I do know that I have watched other people that do hats and sell them, and they have made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds with this. I don't have the need to do that many, but over 3 years, I have used it. Anytime somebody wants something pressed on, I can sling it right out for them easily. It is very heavy. So keep that in mind when you order it and you're thinking, okay, when it comes, if you're going to have to go upstairs, if you're going to have need help lifting it to put it up on the table, you're going to want a good sturdy table too because it does have a good bit of weight to it, and you want to be able to move it without worrying that your whole table is going to slip, slide, and fall down. So there you go, Gina. This is the VEVOR hat press. And let me tell you, this, like I said, when I got this like 3 years ago, Gina was jealous.
I was so jealous, guys. I didn't stop bothering her about how she got it and I didn't get it, and I'm the one that crafts. And it was just like a whole big jealousy thing.
But
She played off of it too. She knew that I was jealous, and she'd be like, "I
I
have it and you don't, ha."
but I wear hats every
Right?
day.
I wear hats too, though.
Not every day.
Not every day, but during baseball season, almost every day.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yep. But
But
Cheryl, are
now
you going to be
you
making a
can.
hat?
No, I'm not gonna go ahead and make one. I didn't see a
Okay.
point in it. You put the hat
Okay.
on, you put your sticker. It's
Okay.
so easy. I'm serious.
Hmm.
If I can do it, and I am not, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Now,
I
let me tell
agree
you,
with that.
here's something that Gina and I'm sure she doesn't have a clue about. I used to make greeting cards with fabric. And what I would do is take a piece of fabric that had intricate design, and I would press on, um, the press on that you can get for fabric that you just iron on. Then I would cut out my designs, my flowers, my holly, whatever it is. And then I would take a greeting card and peel the back off of it, the iron on, and then stick it on. Now, honestly, I have bags and bags and bags of that, and I hadn't really thought about it. I could grab some of those, and I could take those and press on a hat. So if you want something totally different, but you don't have Gina's artistic ability to draw and create, you can get some fabric with safe flowers or whatever images. Get you enough to get a cutout, a good cutout, and you're going to have to cut it. It's going to be a pain on some of them, but you can do it. And then you can put it on your hat, and it would be totally unique. Nobody else is going to do that for whoever you're giving it to. So
And
there's one of
Cheryl,
your,
I just want to mention one thing to piggyback off that. If you buy a sublimation hat, you can also get the sublimation decals and put them
yes,
on the hat and use that heat press as well. So you don't
yes.
have to just use patches. You could buy sublimate hats
And
and put them on there too.
I've got, in wherever I've got them packed now, I have some of the sublimation. Um, I don't know even know what you call them. They're not patches, but they are they're press on things.
Yeah, a transfer.
Transfer. That's the word I'm looking for that I couldn't find. It's
Like
somewhere
what you
in
did
my
last week. Uh-oh.
delivery.
Cheryl's alarm's going. Who's at the
Sorry,
door, Cheryl?
that's my driveway alarm letting me know. And yeah, somebody's here. I think the mail's already been here. So this is probably UPS, Amazon, FedEx. I don't know.
Yeah. So, do you want me to go move on to my stuff or do
Yep,
you want
go
to
ahead.
continue?
No, go ahead
Because I just have to change my cameras. Uh-oh.
about
No.
the other things we have listed in the stream because, yeah, the rest of my stuff, other than the VEVOR part that goes for hats, is basically a lot about once you get your craft made. If you
Yes.
sell online, then you're going to need to start shipping it and packing it and storing it.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to switch the camera to my crafting section and then I'll go through all of the different elements and then I'll make well, I'll have to heat up my heat press so that I need a little time. So I'll be able to talk about all the products that I have in the carousel also. So I'm just going to switch it over. It's going to show you my crafting, but Cheryl is going to be in the little window still, and I'm going to be on the other side showing you all my stuff. So I'm just going to move over there, and then I'll give you a little close up of what we're making before we make it. All right, let me go over
Gina's got goofy stuff she's making.
there. Yes, I do. All right, hold on.
And
Sorry.
Yeah, sometimes when you order your stuff for the shows, it just doesn't come in on time. So we just
You could
make the
still
best
hear me,
of it.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
When you tune into the Gina and Cheryl live show, you just never really know what you're getting because sometimes we have to change it last minute because
Yeah.
stuff doesn't come in.
It's so funny. All right. I'm just situating myself here because now I'm on the other side of the
Oh, now
wall.
she's situating.
I'm situating, but these are my favorite types of shows because it shows like stuff that I really enjoy it. So, you know, you really get a grasp of things that I like. All right, so let me just make sure uh can you see this?
Awesome. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, in this design, I have hand drawn my husband, and I had a sublimation print sent out to a company. They printed it out for me because I don't have a sublimation printer. So they printed out this transfer.
Can
They printed out what?
can you also explain that he is not just wearing shorts there?
Oh,
It looks like
I
he's
will
standing
explain
around
it.
in his boxers.
Well, no, he's not in his boxers. He's in shorts. So my husband, we call him Disney Mike. And Disney Mike is always wearing Disney shirts during Christmas time. And I hand drew him, but I also drew the snacks that he loves, which are Mickey pretzels and Mickey cupcakes. So he is wearing a Santa hat, and on his shirt, obviously, is Mickey, because that's what he's always wearing when we go to Disney, obviously. So I had this printed out at a company, and they sent it straight to my house. I don't have a sublimation printer. If there's any companies out there looking to feature their sublimation machines, please give me a shout out. But anyway, so I had these printed, and then actually I should have made them a little bit smaller for the size of the ornament. However, I didn't know it wasn't gonna really fit exactly the way I needed, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It still looks cute. As you can see here, there's Disney Mike in all his Disney Mike glory next to his snacks. So I'm going to show you exactly all the materials that I'm using, including obviously my transfer sheet. This is my transfer. If you have a sublimation machine, then you don't have to worry about sending it out anywhere. But obviously, I don't have one. Hopefully, one day I will. But it comes like this. The color is faded. So just know when you are sublimating, the printout is also going to always going to be faded when you print it out. And then the color when you put the heat on it, then it becomes very vibrant if you noticed. So this is exactly how I did it. See the reds and the greens and the light blue, and everything is pretty, vibrant. But on the sublimate, it's not. So just know when you do that, it's never going to be bright when you get it. So anyway, what I have here are the HTV Ront um, ornaments. So these come in a pack. I think I got a pack of 50. So they come in this bag, and they're all in there. It also comes with the ribbon. If you don't like this ribbon, obviously you could always put your own ribbon, but for demonstration, I am using the ribbon that's put in there. So when you get it, there's a blue film on top of it, and you're going to need to peel it off. All right. Cheryl, just so you know, okay, I see that you already did it. I have to do it on mine too. I have to select. So these are the HTV Ron. Hold on. Where are they? Where are they? These are the HTV Ron sublimation ornaments. So you're just going to peel off the blue layer on the front and the back. And now what you're going to get is a white sublimate on top of it. All sublimation is always a white background. So you're never going to get color. It's always going to be white. Now, see, I don't have nails, so I should have peeled them before I did this. Cheryl, you could see everything, right? Because I don't have my computer. And I'm not looking at my iPad now, but all right. So you're just going to peel that back. Okay.
Yes, I can see in here. I'm just muted.
That's okay. All right. So now you have front and back peeled off. All right. So now, all right. Oh, so let me just mention one thing. These are 3x3, so 3" by 3". That's the size that I chose. They have all different sizes. I don't remember what size Cheryl has for her coasters. I want to say it's 4x4, but I could be mistaken. I don't know. But while I peel that, I'm gonna also turn on my heat press, which is right here. And I'm going to plug that in because I forgot to when we first started. I wanted to do that and then I forgot. So for these sublimation ornaments, it takes 365 degrees. So I'm just going to turn it on and I'm going to up the temperature to 365 and then let it heat up. All right. So while that's heating up, I'm now going to take you through the step of how I did my ornament. So now I peeled it. I'm going to put that one to the side. Now, I forgot my, hold on, I got to get my scissor. I brought everything over but my scissor. Oy, oy, oy. Okay. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace this in a section on here where I like the design. Because again, I made a mistake. What I did was I just printed it exactly how I had it originally, but I didn't take into account that I was doing it on a 3x3 ornament. So now all the Disney mics are big and I need them to be little, but that's just trial and error stuff. I didn't even think. So now what I'm doing is I'm finding an area right here that looks good. And I'm just gonna, did I bring my pencil? Oh, yeah, okay. So what I'm gonna do is, I like this section here, and I'm just gonna trace it very lightly. And I might waste a little bit, but that's fine. But if you have a sublimation machine, you won't make this mistake. You'll know right away that you did it wrong. All right, so here you can see where I'm gonna cut the Disney mic out. And yes, I am gonna waste a little bit of the sublimation, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna cut around it. And I'm gonna make sure that the pencil mark isn't showing also. And listen, we're doing this quick. It's not gonna be exact, but it'll show you how it works. So I'm just cutting around the image. And if anybody is watching and they have questions, I don't know if anybody's watching at the moment, but if you do have questions, feel free to put them in the chat and I will answer them as best as I can. Okay, so the next part is you need to put this not this way, obviously. You have to face it towards the ornament like this, like the sublimation. Oops. I don't know if I have the camera good here.
Yep.
Cheryl, is
Yeah,
this a
you're
good
good.
angle? I can't tell.
Oh, now it's way at the
All
bottom.
right, hold on.
You tried to fix something that wasn't broken, Gina.
I know it was in my way when I moved my chair. All right, let me move it back. Is that right?
That'll work.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's good now. All right. So in the carousel, I have heat transfer tape that I bought. I want to say it's 8 millimeter. What is this? Oh no, it's 10
Thin.
millimeter. So it's pretty thin. And I have my tape dispenser that I bought on Amazon because I didn't have a tape dispenser. And the other day, Cheryl, when I was doing it, I only had the tape, but I didn't have a dispenser, and it was such a headache. So I'm like, let me buy the tape dispenser. So I bought it. But anyway, so as you can see, it's easy to just pull it off. And what I'm gonna do is make sure that Disney Mike is in the center here. And I'm just gonna go from front to back and just tape it on. Oops, I just lost my tape. So you wanna make sure that it's straight when you put it on. I mean, listen guys, my cutting wasn't exact, but this is just for a demonstration. It's not like perfect, but I'm just putting them on. I'm just gonna do 4 because that's what I did the last time and it worked perfectly. So I'm doing the front, and then once I finish the front, then I'll take this off and then I'll do the back because the tape is on there to keep it from moving around. Now, what I'm gonna
Wait, Gina.
do is,
Gina,
yes.
before you get to that point, tell us about your gloves.
Oh, I was going to tell you about the gloves when I was going to put when I was taking it out, but yes. So these are heat resistant gloves, and you just put them on your hand like this, and they have the what are these called? Um, silicone bumps.
Bumpity.
Thank you. Um, so these have silicone bumps on them. So if you're holding something, obviously it's not gonna burn your hand, but also you won't drop what you're holding either. So there's that. And they're very comfortable. They have like this knit on it. I don't know if this is actual knit because it's heat resistant, right? But they are heat resistant. Cheryl, does it give you I forgot to look to see what temperature it goes up to. I didn't, but you could also use these like for your heat press. You could use them for your curling iron, like if you're doing your hair. Like these are good for like a whole bunch of different things. And they're very sturdy. But I just want to see if it gives me the heat. No, it doesn't say what it goes up to, like what you can go up to. Oh, it does, it does, it does. All right, so these are heat resistant up to 482 degrees Fahrenheit and 250 degrees Celsius. I just wanted to tell you guys that because that's like an important thing. Um, so for this particular project, the instructions say to heat this up at 365 for 55 seconds. So we're safe. So just if you buy these, just know that if you're going to go over 482 degrees, that you may have heat coming through the glove. So that's an important little tidbit. Now we're almost at 365. Um, so it's at
And so on
359. I'm sorry.
on your ornaments, you do
Yes.
one side and then the other, you said?
Yes. Because
Okay.
on the back, the tape is still there just to like
Oh,
protect
that's
it from
right.
moving around. So obviously I'm not going to put it on there. But I mean I could have and then it would have just been on the back side of the image, but I chose to not do it that way. I mean, I could do it that way too. Now that I think about it,
And
if I wanted to,
some
I could
people
put
may
them
want,
both.
and say you're doing a picture that you've done of your dogs or of your kids, you to give to grandparents, you might want both sides different so that,
Yes, and I've thought about that too. Making one side of this ornament with Mike's face, well, his little image, and then on the back, I thought maybe I could do like a plane, and then I could write what I want to do is possibly write Disney Mike with like sublimated in blue or whatever design like color to match the background, and then write Disney Mike 2025 on it with cricket like vinyl, because you could do that too because you could layer. And I'm gonna probably do a project like that in the future where I'm gonna sublimate and then use the Cricut machine to really customize it, because that would be so cute for holidays if you want to put the year or anything like that. Let's see. All right, so Cheryl, you could see the heat press too, right? I just want to make sure. I'm going back.
yes, I can.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure um, that you could see this when I open it. So now it's reached 365, and what I'm gonna do is open it up by pressing down the lever, and then it has a drawer here. So you just pull that drawer out like this, and actually, where's my I lost my protective sheet. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh no.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I have one right over
The
here. You need
Teflon.
it.
Wait, where's my Teflon? All right. I don't know where I put it, but it's fine. So I'm just going to make sure I have it on the right side. So it's going to be the white paper facing you now. Oh, I thought my stuff was going to fall. So I'm just going to put it in here, right? I'm going to push the drawer back in. I can't believe I lost my Teflon.
Now,
So what I do is, I'm sorry, Cheryl, go ahead.
could you do like 5 or 6 at a time?
Oh, yeah, obviously you can. I'm just showing you one for time purposes. But if I
Right.
was going to do a bunch of ornaments, so I'm going to just push it up. Hold on. I'm going to push this up and then I'm going to press start. So it's going to count down from 55 seconds. So this particular ornament is going to take 55 seconds at 365. And then it'll count down. And yeah. So I took this off for now, but um, hold on one second. Yeah. So because you have a big space here, the drawer is 15-inch by 15-inch. And these are only, 3 by 3. You could fit probably 9 on there. And,
Yeah.
you could have like a whole bunch of projects done at once. Yes, that would be the right thing to do. Um, if you were, if you were a crafter and you wanted to get a lot done at once, that's what you should do. All right, so now what I do, Cheryl, when I open this thing up, I always hold this handle and I hold this handle too. And then I pull it and then I pull the drawer out because I want to make sure like
You
it
don't
doesn't
want to
move
pull it off
around.
the
I
floor.
know it won't move because it's very heavy, but I just want to make sure. Oh, there's the thing. It's in there. I was like, where'd it go? It was stuck underneath. Um, the Teflon was inside the machine. So
And
now this,
that comes with the heat press, with the Beaver
yes.
heat press.
So
It also comes with a Teflon sheet, so you don't have to go hunting one.
right, and it's very sturdy. It's like a nice Teflon. Here it is. I think you could see it in the camera.
Yes.
Okay. So now this thing is very, very hot. So now you got to make sure that you have your gloves on because this thing, when you touch it, it's going to be steaming hot. See, now I could touch it. It's no problem. But if I touch this with my hand, it's steaming hot. Um, Obviously because it was just 365 degrees cooking in there. But I will say it's like instant. You don't have to really wait if you didn't want to. You could peel this right back. but I let it cool for a couple of seconds, and then I'll start peeling it off. But what you want to do is push your drawer back in. And guys, please, 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 if you have kids, do not let them near this thing. It is extremely hot. You got to be careful with children around you. You're going to want to make sure that everything is closed. It's in an area where they can't touch it or reach it or anything like that. You do not want them touching it. This whole area here is hot. This whole
Yep.
top part is hot. Listen, I could touch it right now because I have these gloves on, but a little hand could touch this and then, their hand is burnt. It's scalded. So you don't want that to happen to your children. So please, please, I mean,
Or your
please be
pets.
careful. Yes. Yeah. So as Cheryl was saying, I have this on a very sturdy table. It's a wood table. I have it in the corner, so it's kind of out of the way, and I could still work in the middle area. Um, and then I have my accessories for it on the side, on the left here. I'm just gonna move that. You could kind of see it. It's right there. But this is my workstation. But it is a very sturdy place, out of the way from any kids. I just worry, guys. I know this is I know I'm over talking about this, but this is very hot and you really got to be careful. Um anyway, so usually what I'll do is I'll shut this down so that if I know I'm not going to use it, I just turn it off, unplug it, let it cool down, and then you're good. So
And I
here,
will say that one of what you just said, as soon as I got done and you started talking, not only did I turn off this hat press, I unplugged it. I do
yeah, I
that
unplug
every
it
time
too.
too. If
I'm
I
unplugging it.
am going to walk off for long and not use it, I unplug it because I don't want the dogs. I don't have little
By
kids over.
accident running into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to accidentally hit it and set it off and get it hot again. Cause so turning it off is amazing.
Yeah.
Unplugging it so you don't have an accident is even
Yeah.
a step
Also,
better.
I want to mention that this thing shuts off by itself. So the heat press will shut down if it has inactivity. I don't remember. I would have to look it up. Maybe offhand, Cheryl, like how long
It's
it would
not
it
very long because last week mine turned off before I turned it on to preheat it, and then we were talking and it went off in just a few
yeah,
minutes. So
yeah. There's one more thing I want to show you guys. So I also have the Cricut Easy Press. Um, I just want to show everybody. Oh yeah, yeah! I just dropped all my stuff here. While this is cooling down, I could take a minute. So, see, I just hit it with my arm. All right, so this is Cheryl. This is the Easy Press by Cricut. This is another tool that you can use um, to heat press. So, as you can see here, it has like a nice little tray that you could put it in. This works pretty much the same way, except it's like one that you pick up and have to press it on a mat. So you would need the mat also. I don't have the mat in the stream because I'm just going to show you that this is the alternative if you didn't want this bigger machine. This is actually a 12 by 12 heat press, and it is made by Cricut, and this is the VEVOR. So either one of these machines will work for the same project, except you don't have the pressure of this machine. You have to use pressure from your body to push it down on this one. So works, very similar. You turn it on, you put the temperature in, you put the timer in, and then you press the button, and it works exactly the same. You could do the same project. So I just wanted to put that out there that you don't have to have this press, but I prefer it. I like it better.
I like that 8-in-1. I'm excited.
The
Like I
eight
said, I
and
want
one, oh my gosh. I cannot wait. And Cheryl knows me for a very long time. So she
too
knows
long.
how excited I
Way,
am about all this
way,
stuff.
way, 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 way too long. I know her.
I've known
I
her,
had
like,
no
forget it.
gray hair. I
Okay.
had never used a cuss word in my life until I met Gina. And now I have gray hair and
Yep.
I use cuss words.
Yep. She does. And all of a sudden, I'm 50 years old. So all I'm doing now is peeling back the heat press tape, right? And then we'll do the reveal. This is the best part. It's so satisfying when you peel it back and you see the design just like come to life on the back. So here we go. I'm just peeling it all back. And now the reveal. I think I'm upside down. Yeah. So check this
We
out.
need a drum roll.
Look at that. There's Disney Mike. Disney Mike.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
You don't like it?
I,
So this is my own personal drawing of my husband. I hand drew all of these elements, and then I ordered the sublimation transfer, and this is the final product.
and he looks
So
exactly like that. I've seen him.
yeah. And now, Cheryl, it comes with the ribbon. So you're just gonna put it through like this.
I think you should have put a little, what looked like a Santa hat on him, but then he could be like, kind of like the Where's Waldo, but Mike.
Yeah, that would be fun. Or Mickey ears.
There you go.
So now you have a ornament. I just have to do the back, but we don't need to do that. It's the same exact process for the front and the back. So
See?
there's Disney Mike. He's gonna be
And
all
if
over
you,
my Christmas tree.
oh my God, that's
It's gonna
creepy.
be so fun. All right, I'm gonna go back to the other side. But those are all the tools that I used today. So I had one, two, three, four, five. Five tools to make this. And that's including the tape and also the ornaments. I'm coming back.
She's
And
coming
then I'll
back. Everybody prepare.
I'll switch us back. But it's so cute. Disney Mike. Disney Mike. He loves that I'm doing this. He wants me to do more stuff. He's like, what else are you gonna make a project of me for? That's what he told me. So there's so many options. It's like ridiculous. Like you could do slides, you could do mugs, you could do tumblers. Like I could have a whole Disney Mike collection. No, you don't like that
Now,
idea?
I have a question for you about getting your sublimation thing printed.
Yes.
What could they do that from like a picture? So, could somebody take a picture of their kid or their dog or something and have it sent, and they'll print that
Yes.
off as
Yes.
so that
Yes.
can be
As
done
long
too?
as it's on the sublimation printer paper, you could literally do anything. So if you had a dog that passed away or something and you wanted like a memorial type thing for that Christmas, you could do that. So they do have ornaments like this that are in the shape of little dog bones and like stuff like that. So yes, you can. You could do if you could think it, you could make it, basically.
And
So
you could even get their name put on a little doggy
yeah,
bone, or
yes,
I would be thinking now for a lot of people, not me, but a lot of people, I would be putting a picture of Raven and Stella, Raven on one side, Stella on the other, and then giving it to everybody because they all love my dogs as much as I do, or your
yes,
grand dog, or your, because some people have grand dogs, not grandkids.
Yeah. I mean, Cheryl, it's like limitless what you can do. Like, as long as you could print it on that paper and then sublimate it, like use the sublimation type materials, anything is possible. Like for Cooperstown with my son's team, we had blankets sublimated with the team
Right.
logo on it with their names. So you could literally do anything. But
See?
mine is Disney Mike.
Okay. Gina, I
But
want to show this to you while I have them out. We were talking about you did the ornaments, and I was going to do
yep.
the coasters. Um, these are 4x4. They are square, and they are a foam. They are not hard. These are a foam, and on the back, I've got them highlighted. They do have the rubber so that it's not going to slide on your table, and then it's got the fabric here. And I did order some prints to put on here, but you know and I know that when something goes through the mail, it it can go on vacation cross country, and that's apparently what has happened here. So while my prints are going on vacation cross country, I'm down here in my basement showing you these coasters. But I think that would be something kind of fun to do too, is you could make your own coasters, which I will do another day. And Gina, we also had in here the our t-shirt, because I know we put it in here. Oh, there it is. Oops,
What is
there it
it?
is. Our t-shirt rulers.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
We used these last week and we didn't use them this week. Ha, ha, phone. Yeah, because everybody wants to hear Tom McDonald. Yeah, my ringtone. I forgot I turned my ringer on. I go days and never have it on, and today it's on. But that was Tom McDonald. You can find his music here on Amazon. Let me tell you what, that is something I listen to in my truck. I listen to it on my ringtone, and you can go check it out at Amazon Music. I figured since it played, I have to go ahead and give him the shout out. I love Tom. Um, but you want to tell us about your t-shirt rulers? Do you have them out?
No,
Oh
we'll have
my
to use
god!
yours. Now I have to go
All
back
right,
to the section.
t-shirt rulers. This
Yes,
is
I
for
have them.
when we made our shirts last week. It
Just got
comes
my
with adult,
scissor.
child, and or youth, and then child. And this is going to help you. You can put it up to your shirt, and it is when you go to put it on your design to help you keep it straight and in the center. So we had those in the stream because we knew people were looking for these if they're going to be using their heat press to make some crazy Christmas shirts.
Yeah, crazy. I already have requests because I'm going on a cruise December. So Mike wants me to make custom shirts, of
Well, of course
course.
he does.
He
He wants
is always telling me what to do
he wants everybody on that cruise to
to
wear a
match.
Disney Mike shirt.
Yeah, except we're not going on a Disney cruise.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He doesn't just make Disney Mike shirts, and everybody on the cruise has to wear them.
I love these because it keeps everything nice and straight.
Yes. And another thing I wanted to show is
Yes.
part of the Gina's 8-in-1 heat press that she was using just now to make the ornaments. I'm strolling along trying to find it. Since I showed you the VEVOR hat press, I wanted to show you her 8-in-1 does come with a hat press right here. It is nice and small, sits on your table right there. It just Instead of, it doesn't have to hook up to Gina's big old machine. You can
No.
hook it up just to your controller that you're going to plug in. You're going to plug the hat press in here and set your temperature and your time just like you would for the big heat press. And yes, this right here is going to do hats. And it is easier. If I was going to go somewhere and do hats, say, go with a friend and do hats some over at their house, I would take this if I could instead of this big old thing, because this thing
Yep.
just not as convenient. So I did want to show that since I had the big beaver hat press, and if they're going, oh, do I want the big hat press, just hats, or do I want the heat press that
The
we
only
have featured?
the
You
major difference the major difference between these two are that the one that Cheryl's holding with the VEVOR 8-in-1, you have to use your own pressure from your arm.
yes,
And the one that she has a handle that has pressure already built into it. So you
yes.
don't have to worry about that. It is personal preference, like, but having
Well,
said that, like what she said, if you want to take it to go and you're doing like a crafting show or something like that and you don't want to carry that thing, perfect. Perfect.
and what are you gonna do? I mean, when Beaver sent me this, if they'd have offered me the whole 8-in-1, I probably would have said no. I want the hat press because I wear hats all the time. Everybody I know wears hats, so this to me was at that time a lot more important because that's mainly what I wanted to do was do a bunch. I did a ton of hats, and so this was more what I needed. But now I have more room and everything, and I can do the sweatshirts, the t-shirts, the tumblers, all of that kind of stuff. So it kind of just depends on what you plan on crafting for, or maybe you're going to start a small business, maybe doing craft fairs. Think ahead to what this could be easy to take, but getting your pressure and everything. Do you want to do that hundreds of times a day at a
Yeah.
craft show? That's going to play into it too. Are you
Hmm.
just making things for your team and your neighbors and your friends and your family? Then the 8-in-1 is going to give you a lot more variety. So yeah, it kind of depends on what you think you're going to do with it. But while we're talking about small businesses, because Gina, as you know, selling online is something I absolutely love. I want to show you these. These are the emulsion bags, and I use these all the time. They are just, they're a little heavier than, well, depends on which store you go to. That you may get fruits and vegetables. These are a little thicker than that, and they are nice bags. Now, if you're making, a lot of people may say, "Oh, I'm making T-shirts or hats or something," and you're going to be storing them on shelves. Yes, you can put them in boxes. Maybe you want to label your T-shirts that you made or your hats. You don't want them in dust. You want them in something and with a label on them. Instead of sticking the label on your product, you can get these bags. I use them for Hot Wheels. I use them for hats, t-shirts, whatever. These are great. And so you could put each team member's name on here and know exactly this is their shirt, this is their hat, their whatever you're going to make. So I wanted to show these to you because if you get to doing a lot of this stuff, organization is top priority because I am so overly organized. It's a shame. That's why I couldn't find my patches today. Organization, I got it.
Organization, you know I love it.
Yes.
What's next?
Another thing is if you're going to be selling online, if you're going to be shipping items to family, say you're going to ship some ornaments or tumblers or whatever it is, whatever you're sending, I wanted to pull this out because I know a lot of people when they, I've got friends that have stores and do craft stuff, and they haven't thought of all the things they need. They've got everything set up, they get an order, and then they're like, oh crap. So this is bubble wrap. This is the Amazon basic bubble wrap. I couldn't remember. I've gotten a few different kinds. This has the small bubbles in it. If you were going to send those ornaments like Gina just made, if you're going to send them off to family and friends, you're going to want to wrap each one individually, put some bubble wrap, then go around it. Because let me tell you, when anything goes through the post office, take your package and go outside and give it to your kid's soccer team and see if it makes it without getting broken. That's then you know you packed it right to ship. So bubble wrap is a must have for a lot of items. If anything is going to possibly break it all, depending on what crafts you're doing, even the tumblers. With the tumblers, I would even put bubble wrap around them, probably some inside to help that too. So there you go. This is the Amazon Basic. Are we moving along, Gina? Are you excited about packing material?
So excited.
I knew you would be. But I figured this was a part that we want you to get. If you are dreaming of getting you a little business going and you're getting a hat press or a heat press or any of these things, we want you to be
This is a
successful.
good side hustle.
Oh, absolutely. Whether you're selling to your neighbor kids or at craft shows or vendor fairs. I mean, you could
Yep.
go to, I went to a vendor fair for Daniel Boone Days. They have a big Daniel Boone festival out here. And they also have a possum festival, if that tells you anything. Maybe now you know where I'm at. I saw several vendors sitting over, and they had the big presses out, and they had their different transfers, hanging up, different shirts, and they would press them right there for you. So they weren't making a bunch of shirts that nobody either wanted or was the wrong size or the wrong color. They they had this set up, and you could go in and pick out your size, your color of your shirt, and which transfer you wanted on.
And press it.
They made it right there. Same with, I could do this with hats all day long. They
Yep.
weren't set up for hats, and that's one thing I noticed is I thought, oh, I could take the hat market
There you
over.
go, Cheryl. Take your take your shipping stuff on the road.
I wouldn't need to ship it then, but if there's different times a year, you're going to have different amounts of things you could do. I've even been to a garage sale where a lady was doing um, press stuff. I've been to car shows where they brought in a little trailer, and she was in there and she would print stuff off right there, put it on your shirt, put it on a banner, put it on a tumbler right there at the car show. She had her own little setup with little heat presses like we've got,
Yep. I've seen
and
it
she
all the
was
time.
making bank. So it's a thing.
People love customization
Oh yeah. And if you could take a picture of your car out at the car show,
and print it.
and she'd put it on your daggone shirt right there.
Yep.
Crazy.
I think we
But
talked about this before. I wanted to do that at baseball games.
yes. See, that's another thing. Opening day, you know, especially someone like Gina, where she can make her own design. She could make one up that said opening day,
Yeah.
something,
Right.
and just have a whole bunch of them printed up and ready to fly. And all she's got to
Right.
do is press them out. She could
Yeah,
do
you just
different
pick your
sizes.
own color shirt that you want
Yep.
or hat.
Yep.
Go ahead. She's got a nice
And
box here. It's a nice brown box.
okay. So I was thinking, I've got boxes because of what I do online of all different sizes. I just pulled this one out because it was the 5 by 5 by 5. And it's a common box. And I was thinking of things like Gina's ornaments if she was going to send some. Now, you can get different amounts of them. If you go somewhere local to pick up, they might be pretty expensive. But if you're going to be doing a lot of things like the ornaments, or I've got one size that would fit tumblers perfectly. Um, then you want to order them in bulk, and this is you're going to find they are less expensive when you order them that way than if you go down to a store and try buying them one by one. And one of the things you're going to want to do is save on shipping costs, and this goes into your cost is your shipping supplies. So they come flat like this. I've got hundreds of different ones, hundreds of boxes too. And like I said, this is a 5 by 5 by 5. They come in all kinds of sizes. I've got boxes that are perfect for a Hot Wheels or for a tumbler or whatever. So if Gina was going to send a pack of, say, coasters or ornaments or something, she might want something like this. Or if she had made a mug and
Hmm.
then wrap it all up in bubble wrap nice and tight and get it in there good. And these boxes are nice and sturdy. They are by Supply Hut, and they are heavy duty. When sometimes when you look at the price and you think, I don't know. I was very happy with these. So got something you're going to send 25 or more of, or you're going to need that in stock to be able to ship easily. Do this, because
Perfect.
running around to find free boxes the right size from the stores is hard.
Yeah.
But
That's a perfect
so,
size box for my stuff.
oh, yeah, and they've got them, you can get them a little smaller. The only thing is, when you get too small, then you're going to need to put them in a bag and all that because your shipping label won't fit on. So you've got to think about
Yeah.
that too. And yes, you can put them in a bag, but then if you do, I'm going to tell you this, if you do put them in a bag, make sure you double print the same shipping label and put one across the box and then the one on the bag where the box goes in, just in case it comes out of the bag somehow. It still has a chance of making it. You don't have to
Yep.
buy two shipping labels, you just reprint it. So, I mean, I could do a whole show on, and this is something we might do too, is as Gina's making crafts, I can tell you about different things you're going to need
Shipping.
to build your business,
Yeah.
because she's much more crafty than I
Yeah. We're a perfect combo.
am. So,
But Cheryl, I am like so excited about this series that we're doing. I mean, it's been so much fun. We're like a yin and yang. Like we just are like thinking of all different things every week. Like I didn't even think about the shipping part until Cheryl told me, "Oh my gosh, we could do both." And I was like, "Yeah, we can." So every week is like something new that you're going to learn from us. So it's like a really good learning experience, and us using products that were gifted to us, and just like really showing you all different ways on how to use things
and
with Amazon products. I mean, what's better
and
than
the
that?
good thing about this, because Gina is a lot craftier and stuff, I can do it. It just she
Takes
is
longer.
better at doing that stuff. And the thing is, I'm looking at it this way. If you're tuning in, wherever you're tuning in, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay somewhere, hey, if we can help you to where you can get something like this, even whether it's for fun, for you and, just to do stuff, or if you want to start your own little business, that's why I thought go the shipping. I've got a ton of stuff I can help with all the shipping and everything. And Gina can show you how to use it
Right.
and give you ideas on that. So I think this is a win-win.
Win-win. We're here to make you win. But Cheryl,
I'm all
speaking,
I want everybody out there making money. You
yeah,
know, if you get your heat press and you can sell some stuff, it pays for the heat press, and then you can get a sublimation printer or more.
right.
You know, yeah.
Um, Do we want to talk about what's going on with the VEVOR heat press right now or no?
Nah,
Okay.
because it'll be done before we get this out.
Okay. All right,
But
guys. So I think we're good for today. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this show as much as Cheryl and I did, because I know I'm like super stoked about this and I just love it, if you couldn't tell. Um, but we may have an adjustment next week's show. I'm not sure yet, but stay tuned. And if you want to know if we're going live next week, you can put that alert on, follow us, press the follow button, put live notifications on so that you know the next time that we're live. Um, and we will be back hopefully next Wednesday at 11 a.m., but we're not sure yet. But again,
and I'm
follow, press the live notifications, and that's the sure way to know if we're going to be live next week. What were you saying,
yeah.
Cheryl?
I also am probably going to um do a couple of live streams with tools. And I'm not talking tools like Gina has where they're crafty tools. I'm talking power tools.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And you never know when baseball season comes around, Gina may just be doing live shows with everything baseball. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That's not yet, Cheryl. I need a break. I had a very, very busy baseball year, but
it'll be back before you know it. But she's
yeah,
got
but
all,
not
you
like
know,
last year. Thank God.
we have all kinds of things. So, yeah, we want to show you what we can, and
Yep.
everything we show you, we use. I mean, one of us, whoever's talking about it, uses. So it's not like
Cheryl's
we're just,
learning.
yeah, we're not just talking about products we do not have on hand and we don't use that we're just all willy nilly about. These are things, that's why I let Gina explain doing ornaments. I don't know.
Cute little ornament. Cute little ornament. Disney Mike. So this is from today's project, which is a sublimated ornament. All the tools that I used are down below in the carousel. If you're watching my channel or Cheryl's, we both have the same products, exact same products. So it doesn't matter whose stream you're on right now. You will be able to see all of the products that we featured in today's stream. So please give us a follow, give press those live notifications so that you know the next time we go live. We're hoping to go live next week. If we're not live, you'll know about it by, you know, checking out our
By Wednesday
Amazon
at
pages.
11 when we don't show up.
Yeah, if we're not here at 11 next week, you'll know. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here with us today. We had so much fun showing you how to use all these products, and we will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.